Hello, EverGreenCoin community. Welcome to the Greening Report. Today's date is May 15th, 2018. And I'm Steven Saxton. Hi. Okay, jumping right into it. Price. As you can see, things are on the downside here, below 2,500 Satoshi. And volume 0.66 BTC volume on the low side as well. Buyer's market, I guess. I'm not sure what to tell you about that. I can't control the price, so hopefully things look up in the near future. I think this is about 20 cents USD, given the current Bitcoin conversion. So a little on the downside there, sorry to say, but I'm sure that'll change. Okay, and on the note of prices, exchanges, let's see, we were recently added to exchange.me exchange. It's a shapeshift type exchange where you just send the Bitcoin and get EverGreenCoin in return in your wallet. I did test the service a few days ago. I did have some issues with the web form not accepting valid EverGreenCoin addresses. I did talk to the admins of exchange.me. We did get that sorted out, so it is working now. It's a relatively new exchange, but I did test it and it did work okay. So they are added to our website right now. If you have any experience with exchange.me, please let me know. If you have good or bad, please let me know. Just because I'm a little, I don't want to say I'm skeptical, but they are very new, so I just want to keep an eye on it and make sure that they're operating well and good for the community. On another note, Binance, we did apply. I did fill out the application once again for Binance. The application process has changed since the last time I applied for EverGreenCoin to be added. They did ask for legal documentation specifying that we're not a security. That has to be written by legal counsel. I did have that legal documentation and I did submit it, as well as a non-disclosure agreement with Binance. I signed a non-disclosure and submitted that to them back on May 9th. So hopefully meeting the new requirements will help us get added to Binance. Let's see, I've also contacted coindirect.com. They're reviewing EverGreenCoin for addition. And just this morning, an exchange called ZebPay was brought to my attention by a community member in India. So after I get this recorded here today, I'll look up ZebPay and apply, since the community asked me to do that. All of these exchanges and what happens with the exchanges are visible on our Trello board. Our Trello can be found at trello.com/EverGreenCoin, all lowercase. EverGreenCoin is all lowercase in this scenario, or whatever. In the URL, it's all lowercase. And I'll put a link in the description below as well. But you could some of the Trello stuff. A lot of the Trello stuff is private, but some of it is public. As you can see right here, I'm not logged in, but we do have the exchanges where you can see these are the exchanges that we have in progress, and notes of free voting, and ones that we've been listed to or have had other experiences with are listed here, and that is public, so you can see that. If you want to contribute, you're more than welcome to help us. So just you would make an account on Trello, and then I believe once you make your account, you can try to join the team, I believe. But anyway, if you want to help on the Trello board, please feel free and please feel welcome to help us out there, help us organize things, and keep things moving forward, of course. Okay. Let's see, on a better note, or a more promising note or whatever, we did get the internet connectivity hooked up for Kakuma this past week. It's a 4G connection by Safari. Safari is apparently is the only ISP they can get in Kenya there. We did get that hooked up. Liama, the refugee that has been working with us, that you've probably seen in many of the videos of the tree plantings for the past 30 days, he was able to join us in our meeting on Saturday, which was awesome to have him there. He did thank the entire EverGreenCoin community for all the support. We do look forward to having a continuing relationship with Kakuma, and we are trying to work with their learning center to help students there in Kakuma, and we are looking in the future to be able to have sponsor a student program where you'll be able to sponsor a student there in the refugee camp and meet with them perhaps once a week or once a month, meet with the actual student that you're helping support. The cost of that is going to be something, we believe only going to be something like $3 a month. So look forward to that. But we got to get those details ironed out, of course. But the first step of that, the internet connectivity, is now in place. So very happy to see that. The crowdfund is still going, and so is the staking for charity. It was $490. I did pay for it in full already. The crowdfund, I believe, the last I checked, has raised somewhere around $200. So we're somewhere halfway or a little bit beyond halfway of raising those funds. So please do continue to stake for charity. Or donate if you can directly via the crowdfund to help me offset those costs for that. But we did want to get the ball rolling, and once we have the non-staking Android wallet, which I'll get to in a second here, once we have that, a lot of the refugees will be able to use that to collect their tree planting bounties, and then to use EverGreenCoin as a currency within their camp. And one thought we had was charging for use of this internet connectivity, something like 1 EGC a month or something, so you could get the password to use the Wi-Fi connected to this. And our thought being with that is we could try to raise the next, or start now to start raising the money for our next 6 months, because we've paid for 6 months of service for this connectivity for them already. Okay. Oh, checking my new cup. Anyway, okay, yeah, the non-staking Android wallet. The Android dev contacted me last week. He said he's going to need another week or two. He's got some other obligations he's working on. That was last week, so if things go well, we're going to have that possibly later this week, looking probably more like next week. But every effort is being made to get that to you guys as soon as possible. Of course, especially with the refugees, because this is what they're going to need, so they don't have to worry about trying to sync, and so we don't necessarily have to worry about trying to support all that overhead of them trying to sync and everything, any issues they have or anything like that, because there is language barriers, of course. Let's see, and James has been helping a great deal with both the language barrier in Kakuma and Tanzania. We've had some community members in Tanzania cashing in on the tree planting bounties. We've got some Let me see if I can find them here real quick for you. I didn't have this in my notes to show you guys, but or actually, let me bring it up here in the forums. The Tanzania, we've got some great pictures from Tanzania. We're working with them to try to convert. They've already been paid the Evergreen coin, specifically in Tanzania I'm talking about now. They've already been paid the Evergreen coin. Now they're looking to sell the Evergreen coin for Bitcoin and then convert into shillings, I believe is their local currency. So that's what they're trying to do, and we're trying to help them do that. These pictures are actually from Kakuma, I'm sorry. But these ones here that I'm looking at now are from Tanzania. Some great pictures there, which these are all shared on Twitter too, of course. And you can find them at our forum on evergreencoin.org. And I'll put a link in the description for this specific thing here too. So once again, thanks James for the help. It's the language barrier is a big gap, and it's very frustrating for James and I both trying to work with them, but we're doing the best. I mean, progress is being made. As you can imagine, explaining exchanges and all these things to anyone without a language barrier is a little bit difficult, so we're doing our best to try to help them as they make their way through that. So once again, thanks James. Okay, and the solar staker. Okay, what we're looking at now, what I'm thinking to do right now is, and I've contacted Pi Supply about this plan. Pi Supply has what they call stake boxes. Okay, now these aren't solar, they aren't anything like what we're talking about with the EverGreenCoin solar staker. Not so much. They are just basically Raspberry Pi, I believe Model 3B, I believe anyway. And they just plug in and are, you know, just for staking. What we want to do is, because the solar components, the panel and all that, and the battery and all that are proving to be a little bit of a hurdle to get firm requirements down, especially firm requirements that are going to work for everyone in different geographic regions. What we're looking at right now is making a stake box that is not like these devices that they have here on PiSupply.com, but using a Pi Zero and a waterproof case, something that is more of a solar application. That you know, the Pi Zero uses far less electricity, therefore it needs, you know, less solar and less battery. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is negotiate with PiSupply.com about making a stake box, some quote-unquote stake box for Evergreen Coin, but with a lot more solar application, and by that I mean a waterproof case and much less power consumption. And the solar, so what we're thinking about doing to get things expedited or things moving with the solar staker is the solar staker basically will become solar staker DIY, do it yourself, where and I hope that kind of spurs development, spurs community involvement and development. As anyone involved knows, Mike Axford has been helping tremendously on the software side with that. I can't thank him enough for all that. It has been, we have been working on this for a long time. There has been a lot of work put into it. Everyone that's contributing is volunteering their time to do so. So we're doing the absolute best we can to do that. So once again, I'm trying to make a little bit of a compromise so that it would no longer be just add sunshine. Unfortunately, I regret to inform you, it would be more just add solar panels and a battery and sunshine. But this is just a step, if you will, and possibly in the very near future we could sell kits, add-on solar kits, and that way different regions could, some regions will need more solar panels, some regions will need bigger batteries. It's going to be really, really hard to make one, if not impossible, to make one that is going to be universal for everyone without greatly overkilling the hardware requirements, which would of course make the cost a lot, even higher than $300. So what we would do is this solar staker, let's say solar staker starter unit or starter kit, if you will, I don't know, and we would still gift EverGreenCoin to you if you purchased one. I can't quote the exact number, but say for example you bought a solar staker base unit or starter kit, whatever it's called, for $100. You might get gifted $50 worth of EverGreenCoin. Now, how that's going to work, it won't be preloaded because of the legalities. Pi Supply won't allow us really to preload, per se. At least not this specific unit in this phase, if you will. But I do still want to make it attractive for you guys. I don't want it to be a big burden, big financial burden. So I think this is the step to move forward right now, and I have contacted Pi Supply about this plan. I'm waiting very eagerly to hear back from them about the waterproof case, and making that waterproof case hold the Pi 0 for our specific application. So it will be a little bit different than these units. Anyway, okay, moving on, guys. In my notes here, okay, the federal and state taxes for the foundation were completed, which I think I have here in Discord, which I know you probably can't see this very well, but it's just the federal 990-N electronic filing, and that's just basically to keep our 501c3 tax-exempt status into 2018. And I do this for the state as well, my state of Ohio, of course. Okay, and let's see, as some of the people in the Discord know, JPMorgan Chase has unfortunately decided to close the EverGreenCoin Foundation's bank account on me, which I'm very upset about, of course. Of course, the account's in great standing, and above its required balance and all those things. The only reason I can think that they decided to close the account was only because we're a coin, which is very I have taken it to my local branch, and I have escalated it to the corporate. I'm gonna try to get them to not close the bank account, because when I verified with Facebook, Google, Amazon, all of those things, I had to verify the bank account for the foundation. So if JP Morgan does close the bank account, I have to do all those steps over again, which I'm not looking forward to. So hopefully I can convince them to not close the bank account, and explain to them that this is a 501c3 public charity, and we do need the bank account to operate as a 501c3 public charity in the United States. We do need a bank account. So hopefully I don't have to move to a different bank, because it's just going to be a big pain for me, and consume a lot of time for myself. But I think JP Morgan is just, they see the word coin, and they sent me a letter basically saying that they want to cease our relationship or some BS. So I'm rather frustrated with that whole situation. But I hope they will listen to my argument that we are a public charity, and they should look a little bit closer before they just blindly say we're going to close our bank account. Anyway, so what that has done, why am I bringing this up, is a community member wanted me to get eBay charity, where people can donate on eBay to public charities. I did start that process. That process involves being a charity on PayPal. And that, to be on for the PayPal, this bank closing, I have to file a bank account with them, with PayPal. I don't want to file a bank account that's going to be closed, of course. So that's what the delay has been with completing the eBay charity filing. The delay has been JPMorgan closing the EverGreenCoin Foundation's bank account. It's not closed yet. The bank account still is open, but it is scheduled to be closed next week. But once again, I have raised it to the corporate level. Hopefully I can get someone to reevaluate this decision and keep the bank account open. If not, I will start looking at I have bigger banks in mind that could be an option for me. JPMorgan is just basically the easiest option for me because my personal banking is all through that, and it just makes things a little bit easier for me. But if JPMorgan doesn't want to play ball with me, then I won't play ball with them, of course. Anyway, so that's enough. I just want to let you guys know what the delay is with the eBay charity. It will be completed as soon as we get the bank account situation sorted. Okay, on a better note, SpendYourBits.com has a weekly lottery for EverGreenCoin. He's been going on for 8 or 9 weeks now. He's made a new thread in the Bitcoin Talk. He posted a link for that thread in our thread. So I'm sure pretty much everyone watching that is aware of this. If not, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out. Every Sunday night, I believe it is, or no, I'm sorry, Sunday morning, Saturday night is when the drawing is. You can see here 4 days. So once a week he has this drawing. Okay, I just wanted to mention that here. Let's see, the wiki. I wanted to kindly ask you guys to participate on the wiki also. Please help us. That is, wikis are community driven, so if you're watching this, you're part of the community, so please feel free to help us on the wiki. Anywhere you think you can plug in any bits of information for us, your help would be greatly appreciated there. And okay, I mentioned the forums. Anyone can post in the forums, make an account on the evergreencoin.org website. We get traffic from that. We also get, everyone knows that, or you should know, I do have Google advertising on there, which is one of the things that the bank account had to be verified for. So this is yet another thing that's gonna, I have to move that once if Chase closes the bank account. But so posting in the forum, there's an introduction forum where you can introduce yourself, anything like that. I greatly appreciate that. I know it's not the most streamlined thing. I know everyone's used to using Facebook and Twitter, less so much a forum type style website, but it is there, and I just want to give it a quick plug here on this update. And as far as community involvement daily, the day-to-day discussions, all of that happens on our Discord. So please join our Discord. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. Okay guys, that's everything I've got on my list. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the continued support. And I hope you guys have a great week. Take care.